series that get way better after the first book. Number 1, and I tell people this all the time, is The Cruel Prince. The first one can be a little slow. I did still enjoy it, but in my opinion, the second and third books are much better. However, please don't go into this series thinking it is heavy on the romance. I personally love a good slow burn, and this is definitely a slow burn, but it's definitely a lot heavier on the politics and the fantasy aspects. And then the little crumbs of romance that we get are just perfect. Second is the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Don't get me wrong, I loved the first book. I love every book in this series. However, the second book is unmatched. That's like one of the best books I've ever read in my life. So you will still enjoy the first book, but the second one's even better. You know, this is a matter of opinion and some people might not agree, but I think the Caraval series gets much better after the first one. Legendary was my personal favorite in the series, and I also love that we get Jack sprinkled in. This is one I'm just trusting other people on, and that's the Shatter Me series. I've read the first one and it was good, but not anything fantastic. But I've heard from so many people that it just gets better and better throughout the series. So I'm gonna trust them and keep reading this series. And the last one, the Throne of Glass series. This is probably the biggest trust the process book I've ever read. Don't get me wrong, the first one is still amazing and it is so impressive that she wrote this as a teenager. But by the time you get to the last books in this series, you are like light years ahead of where this book was. I can't even describe how much I love this series. If you were hung up over this book or one of like the first 3 in the series, please, I'm begging you to keep going. They get so much better. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.